Hello guys, it's that Panda Guy and I'm here again with another video, and today I'm going to do a Lewis highlight and basically talk about I guess how good he is, how you can get him, all that. And first off, I'm going to start with how you can get him. And it is, I think your region has to be 90 plus days old to actually, be able to get Lewis. And after that, you should be able to get him on the second day of Endless War with the roulette, where you can spin gems or you can get a few free tokens every day or so. And I think it goes on for 2 days. So in this day 2 and day 3, you should be able to get Lewis or Tom. It's going to be randomized between the two, and it's going to flip back and forth. But you should be able to get him after 90 days and have him in the roulette eventually. So, or you can move to an older region and actually unlock him. So it's really just like that. I'm going to first show you guys my talent tree and then go over his skills and just explain why he's an overall good hero. Here, this is my field combat talent tree. Honestly, I could probably perfect this a bit more, but this is just how mine is. You guys can follow it, you guys cannot, it's whatever. But I love Lewis, and he's a good garrison hero as well, and I'm going to kind of show you guys why. And I'm going to use Rise of Kingdoms as an example. So when you look at Lewis's first skill, it says rage required, blah blah blah, because rage is what activates your skills, and he deals damage up to 5 enemy squads in a circular area. And if you guys don't know what this is, it's AoE, which is area of effect, meaning that he can basically dish out a bunch of damage to multiple squads at once, but the damage taken by each squad is reduced by 15% every time you have an additional enemy squad. And I want to kind of give an example. You could use Lewis as your main or as an assistant hero on your wall. In this case, right, you could also use them out in the field, and it's also going to dish out AoE, I'm pretty sure. But the point is, if you use them on your wall, for example, enemies I've seen in Rise of Kingdoms, they would set up, let's say, 20 marches outside an enemy's base, and while a rally is hitting, these one troop marches will basically take 15% of the damage, and it basically reduces it so much and spreads out the damage each of those marches, which only have one troop, and makes the damage on the rally lessened. And this is also helpful for, let's say, you getting swarmed or something, at it just dishing out AoE damage to all the marches in the vicinity. And even if a rally's hitting and the marches are in the vicinity with more than one troop, it's still going to be dishing out damage. So I think Lewis is really good overall, but there are ways to counter him, especially if it's an offline player or something, and you can just set up marches outside their base to kind of tank the damage. Second skill increases skill damage by 30%, and I think this isn't a part of the garrison thing, so it should just increase the skill damage in general by 30%. And this is also depending on the tier. So there's 7.5%, tier 2 10%, tier 3 15%, tier 4 21%, and then tier 5 of the skill is 30%. Same with the next one, which is going to be increasing the HP of ranged squads by 10% when garrisoning. Goes from 4, 5, 6, 8, and then 10% with each skill. So I really want to mention that he is kind of in the same, I'd say, area as Raygro, where Raygro is a really good I guess defensive hero as well as attacking hero. And I want to mention that Raygro is more of a tank compared to where Lewis is more of a damage dealer. I don't see Lewis tanking damage as much, but he does probably dish out more damage in the long run, right? Especially like defending and all that. We're going to go to skill 3, which is increases range squad attack by 30%. And this is, of course, all these are with your hero, expertise, max out, whatever you want to call it. But, it goes from 9%, which is the first tier, which I still think is pretty good, 12%, 15%, 21%, and then up to 30%, which, like I said, even like 9% still makes a difference in the battle. It goes a long way. So, honestly, I love Lewis. So, yeah, he increases squad attack by a lot, so definitely a ranged hero, obviously. His fourth skill, squad gains an additional 25 rage when using basic attacks. And basic attacks are what you're dishing out constantly. And if you guys don't know what rage is, it's basically what sets your skills off. You kind of need rage to set off some of your skills. If you guys, I think a lot of these are passive skills actually, but you can kind of see here, it says rage required 1000. So to even do AoE, he kind of needs rage. And that means the fourth skill really helps the first skill a lot, right? In being able to dish out this AoE. So it goes from 8 rage to 20 rage rage to 12 rage to 18 rage and then 25 when it's maxed. And when you have every skill maxed out at the same time, you can unlock this last one, which is called Perfect Curtain Call. And basically, before awakening, he can deal up to damage to 5 squads in a fan-shaped area. And the thing is, it's basically the same thing, but the damage factor goes up by 2,000. And you might be like, it's whatever. But when you really think about it, in the grand scheme of things, 2,000 damage can make a difference in a big battle, being at your base, being it on the field, anything. So I mean, Lewis is just a great hero overall. His skill damage is insane. Like, I think he's one of the highest skill damage heroes, if not the highest, in the game. So definitely recommend probably Maya as his little sidekick. Though I feel like range is the toughest in this game, especially being when you start earlier out, you're kind of cut off from having any legendary range heroes in a newer region, right? Like, because Lewis and Maya are both locked off, so you're basically forced to just use infantry and riders. And if you want to use range, you have to basically do it with epic heroes. So it's really tough, but I give Lewis a 10 out of 10 star ranking if you're asking me. But you guys have a good day and peace out. Enjoy the advice. I hope this video helped with some people. So yeah, nice.